people who are posting it and saying it. I myself am no stranger to being attacked by people when things happen to me. People have frequently blamed me because in the course of doing my job, people have thought that trying to intimidate me would help their cause. And people have frequently blamed me and said the most awful things about me, total lies, things that have never happened, never occurred, that I don't know anything about. So I just want to say to you that while, it's a different situation, but, you sound like you're standing strong. As someone who has had to stand strong myself, in the face of one's justice being taken away, or attempts, in my case, to take your justice away from you, that you continue to stand strong and stand for your child. And I'm very, very proud of you. I've never met you, I don't know you, but I must say I am very proud of you, and continue to protect your boy.
I want her to come back on that statement, because I realized as she was saying that we lost some signal and we just kind of reconnected, Callistra, so we may have to take that whole part over again. So Samantha, I want you to say that again. Guys, we're back. If you was watching us before, we lost connection in the first broadcast. This is a new live, so come back in and share the live. We're going to do a quick wrap up here, but it's important, the few last things that was just said that you guys missed. So if you will, Samantha, just repeat what you just said again.
All right, what I was saying to the people that were commenting under the live, the negative comments, they should keep it to themselves.
Right.
All right. Whether or not I had a relationship with Trevor, it did not give him the right to put that child in that situation. Right? It's not this child's fault. No is no. If I said no to something, that does not give you the right to go to a child and have a child do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's so irrelevant. I don't see why people would even make that correlation and try to blame it on you. This could happen to anybody. This could happen to any parent.
Exactly. It happens with stepmothers, stepfathers. I mean, this is a friend that I knew, I trusted. All right, to a point where I don't normally leave that child with anybody. Wherever I am, that child is with me. All right, that situation with him, I didn't want to bring him out in that rain with a fever and a cold. I saw the opportunity where I could have left him with a friend just to go get what I had to do and come back to him. Right, so the part where, it's my fault, you're blaming the mother. I watched a live today, and I heard the person that did the live say that he blaming the mother because when we as the young men in the streets troubling them, they don't bother him with us. But as soon as a foreign man touch down and they smelling sweet, that the type of people they're going behind. That doesn't make any sense. All right, for you to talk like that, you come last with that one. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make any sense. All right. Mm-hmm. So I trusted him so much that I left that child with him, not even an hour. So if you could do that to a child within the space of 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, it means that this is something you have been doing before.
Yeah, and it's alleged that one of his friends that called earlier, they basically said that he have some tendencies, the things that he do, the things that she witnessed him doing. And Callistra, you were saying right after she said that, so we'll take that piece again because people missed that whole thing.
Oh, well, I wanted to endorse what she was saying, that people are being ridiculous by saying that, first of all, that she said something about people were saying if she had allowed him, she had given him the blowjob that he was asking for, then he would not molest a child, or that she was in a, you know what, it matters not if she was in a relationship with him. That's stupid, okay? It has nothing to do with it, no bearing on what he did. He's an adult, and he has to have he has to be responsible and to know that you cannot go around breaking the law. He broke the law, he committed a crime, and being in a relationship with someone is no excuse for breaking the law. And I wish that Grenadians, if Grenadians are the ones who are making such ridiculous statements, would stop sounding so ignorant. We were not really known in the past to be ignorant people, and I don't understand how we're moving into that realm now. I don't know what's going on, if it's something in the water, but I'm drinking the water too, and I'm not saying things the way a lot of people are saying it. So don't blame the woman, as we used to say in Victoria, don't don't add more weight to Queen Sugar. This woman needs our support, our solidarity. What happened to her son can happen to any one of our children. We know that, okay? It's rampant, it's happening, and it can happen to anyone. You don't come with it, people don't have a career like me. Because I have been on the front line of a lot of these issues for so long, I'm always vigilant. But that's nowhere to live. No one can live that way all the time. I'm always looking at people in the eye and watching people who come around my kids, because I know that this can happen, and this is a very real possibility, and that pedophiles and child molesters do not come with a label. They don't come with a label. They're the clean, well-behaved, or well-spoken, or Bible-thumping people, right? And so you always have to be vigilant. But not everybody is going to live their life in that stressful way in terms of always watching who their children is around. And it can happen. And to blame the victim is just plain ignorant.
Yeah.
And it's time we stop doing ignorant so well in Grenada. And I want to say to her that maybe, you know what, pay less attention to the lives. And so what I do, and I've been in the news a bit in this last year and a half for a little while or so, and people say the worst things about you. They make things up, things, you know, I've heard things about myself that I'm wondering, is this me they're talking about? I don't know anything about this. When did this happen? When was I doing this, or when was I doing that? Totally untrue. But they make it up because sometimes I think people are angry and feel powerless, and so and feel like, okay, they kind of imprint themselves on you and then take out a sort of rage on you by attacking you. And don't watch your lives, because I usually just stay away from, people always tell me, this person said this or this person said that on social media, and I'm not paying attention to that, because what it does is distracts you. What you need to focus on now, getting legal counsel and trying to see how you can put some more pressure on this guy after the magistrate gave him a slap on the wrist. But I wanted to say that I'm very proud of you and how you're handling this. The way you spoke tonight tells me that you are a committed mother. People should be outraged that this guy sexually molested a sick child, and that in itself, that was enough for the magistrate to send the guy to jail. The child was sick, for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that if the child was well, it would have had any less impact.
Right.
But what I'm saying is it should have even more impact of the depravity of this guy, that he would take advantage of a 5-year-old who was sick with fever and cold at the time.
Yeah.
And even if he wasn't being sent to jail, somebody needed to do a psych evaluation and send this guy off to the psychiatric hospital to get a treatment that he deserved or something. But he certainly ought not to be walking free. He had not to be.
And you're looking at the disparity.
The magistrate made a mistake.
The disparity between the cases, Calistria, because I saw on your page earlier, you broke a story of what happened for a guy that
today, right?
Today,
yeah,
right? So he got 3 years in prison for kissing a young lady, and that is wrong. That is assault, and we're not saying that it is less than any other crime. It's a crime. He should not have done it, and he should spend some time in jail. But he got 6 years in jail.
3 years.
3 years. Sorry, 3 years in jail.
3 years. He kissed the child. The girl is 10 years old. He kissed her on the mouth, and he told the court that she said she liked him, and it really didn't matter what she said. As an adult, he ought not to have engaged in that sort of activity with the child. But the same magistrate who gave him 3 years in prison today charged Michael Alexander $1,500 and put him on a 1-year bond at the St. Mark's at the Victoria Magistrate Court back in January, I believe it was. And now he's presiding as acting chief magistrate in the Southern District, and he's at the number 1 court, and he has sent this guy to prison for the kissing of the child for 3 years. So what we need is uniformity of sentencing. They all needed to go to jail. And this guy today, mind you, he pleaded guilty, but he didn't have a lawyer, okay? So there was no lawyer to do a fast talk and a dance around the situation.
Right.
And one of the things that we probably need to do is to not have police officers who would not have been going through police training school as a criteria for prosecutors. It's a travesty. We're shortchanging the public by continuing to have people who have completed police training school and done a few little courses here and there on court procedures prosecuting such serious matters at all. We need to find a way to get trained lawyers on the other side of the conversation, even in the magistrate courts. Yes, but then again, the government has shown that their priorities when it comes to justice may not be at the top of the list, given that over the last few years we haven't had courthouses and judges to adequately deal with the situations. The list for the assizes grows longer. It's going on to, I don't know, is it going up to 200 cases by now, matters not being heard and so on. Government only just now finishing a courtroom a court facility that they had been promising for the last 2 years or so. We're only right now having 2 judges in each jurisdiction, civil and criminal. We've had 1 judge dealing with all of these criminal matters for the longest while, and 1 dealing with civil matters. So the judiciary needs some attention from the government, both in terms of its the resources that are made available and the legislative framework that is created within which we must operate. They need to fix the laws, and they need to get on with that, the revision of the criminal code, just a little bit faster.
And that is something that we're definitely calling for. The looking and revising those laws, especially as it has to do with the protection of children. And I would love to hear more of these in the news, where a law just popped up, or they just did a revision of a piece of legislation that made it harder for a pedophile to be freed or be fined. Instead, I'm hearing fines. They talking about permit for bus drivers and all this other stuff, which is important as well. But I would like to hear.
But it's important, but then again, it's happening now, a knee-jerk reaction to what happened at Carnage Bay a few weeks ago. But what happened at Carnage Bay, for instance, could have been avoided if the government had put legislation in place.
I don't want to go
frequent checks on buses.
Yeah, that is a whole topic there. But what I'm saying is, it'd be important if we see more legislation on the books dealing with protection of children, and that would be important. Or stealing a coconut, you get how much years and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
all of these things.
And can you imagine from a government, from a country that isn't really caring or paying attention or giving resources to agriculture in the first place? It's the government, for instance, passed a law making it secret the origin, the country of origin of citizenship by investment candidates. Okay, so if you apply for a passport under the CBI program, no one can know what country you're coming from.
Right.
So they've had time to pass laws like that.
To
protect citizens by investment.
Let's protect the kids. Let's protect the children. That's last thought right there.
Charity begins at home. This is not a saying that will ever get old.
That's right. Listen, Calistro, thank you so much. Samantha, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We're going to keep following up and provide whatever assistance that we could provide on our end. We definitely want to see the best for the family, your son, yourself, as you go through these very difficult times. All right, Samantha?
Thanks, Junior.
Thanks again for being brave.
And maybe Samantha might want to mobilize the mothers of the nation to stand with her and have a little civil chat with the powers, because it's not only just retaining a lawyer. It's about starting a network. All of the mothers, all of the parents who have had children who are victims of that need to start networking and establishing an organization. You don't have to wait on Gina or when the conference of churches and so. People themselves, people who have been affected and dispossessed and by that, need to come together, use social media to network and find the other mothers and fathers who have had this problem and build an organization that can advocate and put pressure on those where pressure needs on those on whom pressure needs to be put in order to have things change.
Yeah. Well, all of that stuff.
Maybe you can lead the movement for change, Samantha.
Yeah, Samantha, we're gonna work with you in mobilizing yourself, and if you can mobilize other people to keep the conversation out there, so you don't die down in the next 8 days. But thank you guys. We got to wrap. We're way over time. We'll catch you guys. Calistro, thanks again. Samantha, we'll keep in touch. Okay.
No problem.
All right. Bye bye.
No problem.
Yeah, guys, so that was Samantha, the mom there, and Callistra Farrier. Important conversation, a very important conversation, and I would like to see the Conference of Churches, the child protection agencies, these people, government, ministers. I want to see what actions are going to be taken now, as of today, tomorrow, because bet your bottom dollar that this is not going to be the end of it. It's not like, okay, this is done, no more child molestation. No. They are getting very more innovative in understanding that you're not gonna spend any time in prison for doing this. So they listen. Some of them don't mind spending a little $1,500 and get away. They ain't serving no prison time. Some of them might say, well, just go ahead. It's just a $2,000. I go spend it and go and go molest a child. And next, it might be your child that might in line to be molested. So listen, it is a serious issue, and government need to enact serious policies to lock these guys away for a very long time. So at least when they're thinking about doing stuff like that, they're gonna second think about it. It's not about paying a $500 or paying a $600 or $1,000. I had someone that messaged me today, a coach who's supposed to be there to assist them in advancing their athletic abilities. He took his penis off and put it in this young girl's hand. Could you believe that? A mother just sent me that message earlier today. He took his penis off and put it in that little girl's hand. Up to this point, the little girl still traumatized. He found guilty in court. The judge charged him $700. He walked. This is an epidemic that needs to be addressed, because it's becoming more and more every single day. And listen, I urge mothers, fathers, everybody, if you know of situation like that, don't stay quiet about it. Do not stay quiet about it. I know you might feel embarrassed or what people might say. You cannot stay quiet about these things. Come forward, whether you have to go on there and make it known for yourself. You don't have to only come on a ride-along program to make your feelings heard. You could go on there and do it your own self. Put the message out there. Don't let people think that they could do this to a child and get away with it. And we have to put the pressure on government. Put the pressure on government. We are going to continue to push for enhanced in legislation and enforcement in the legislation that's already on the books to protect the children against pedophile child molesters. We want to hear about the child registry. We want to hear about things in place, and not just talk, not just word. We want to see it happen as well. It's a lot. Again, guys, this Sunday, I got to tell you this Sunday we advocating for breast cancer. So it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So it's Sunday, as I was saying earlier, this is your package for the Cancer Walk. Happens this Sunday. We want to see you guys. If you're in New York, we want you to be a part of our breast cancer. See it right here. It's right above breast cancer, all right? The t-shirt package is, I'll show you the t-shirt in the package. It's $35. These are the t-shirts right here, right? So you get your t-shirt, you get your bandana, you get your bag right here, and refreshments out there. It's in Coney Island. I want you guys to come and ride along for a cure, breast cancer awareness. And this is this Sunday. We want everybody to be a part of it. This Sunday in Coney Island. If you want your package to be a part of it, you contact us at 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. I'm looking for the graphic to put it on the screen. I'm looking for the graphic to put it on the screen with the information. There it is. Hi, this is it. Breast Cancer Walk, right above breast cancer. The Breast Cancer Walk, that's on the 20th. That's Sunday. This Sunday coming. We want to see you guys there. Please make it your duty and join us. I'd like to thank our sponsors, people who ensure that the ride goes on every single day. Big up to Sandra, aka Mercedes, a big birthday party happening in Toronto, Canada at the Greens Lounge. Yeah, the Greens Lounge. That's over there in Oakwood. It's 509 Oakwood Avenue in Toronto, Canada. DJ Monster on the ones and twos is going to be an amazing time. Saturday, October 19th. That's there in the Greens Lounge in Oakwood and Oakwood Avenue, 509 Oakwood Avenue, Toronto, Canada. Want your t-shirt printed? You gotta check out Instaprint. Yeah, Instaprint. Instant t-shirt printing and a whole lot more. Call them. The number is 856-258-0598. Instaprint, t-shirt printing and more. Also thanks to Philip Carpenters and Cleaning Services powering us up for this segment of Ride Along. Guys, catch me again tomorrow for Fun Fridays right here on The Ride. Bye-bye now. Peace out.
Your number one choice is Phillips Carpenters and Cleaning Services, located at 218 Schenectady Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We design your kitchen and supply doors, windows, kitchen cabinet, granite quads, and marble countertops. License number 0947461. Yes, that's Phillips Carpenters and Cleaning Services. Call today at 718-221-5572. That's 718-221-5572. The number one choice. Call today.
With heart attack, stroke, and drug overdose on the rise, we all need to become more proactive about saving the lives of people we love. Statistics show that you are most likely to witness any one of these life-threatening events when spending quality time with friends and family. Don't put yourself at risk for being the person that failed everyone. Learn CPR today. Visit allpro.com or call 516-387-4246. When only the best will do, call Allpro. We come to your home or business for the personalized learning experience.
Hey, become a licensed practical nurse in only 12 months with TCI, Transitions Career Institute. Here, our mission is to provide a high-quality, accessible vocational training program. The Institute is committed to increase the high nursing workforce by meeting educational needs. So the time is here. The time is now. Sign up today. Call 718-362-9500 or online at tcilpn.com. Financial aid available if you qualify. It's TCI, the Transitions Career Institute. Sign up now.